What do you
Yeah, you got the pearly gates.
Somebody took my pearly gates.
Technical
You know-
difficulties.
I am the J Tucker. Gotta have time to masturbate.
Can't do
Well, I think it kind of
everything
speaks for
myself.
itself. And he just goes completely anti-science. We have sound.
Because that mushroom head seems to get in the way.
Which is a terrible thing to say about that. Apparently denying she was one.
I want to apologize to all of you for what happened in there. In our competition for ratings, we lost sight of why we got into show business in the first place.
Yeah, titties and beer.
I guess he's not being charged.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Get Live. I'm the J Tucker.
I am your Miss Parker. We're just getting started.
A few times. Oh, we would have been on air, but
You know, shit happens.
computer said, what's up? So there is a house for sale that we
In
heard
Beverly
about.
Hills, Natch.
$9.5 million.
Yeah, I put 9 million in the intro,
This
but
place.
I think my guess is it was going for 9 million and then there was a bidding war and it ended up going for $9,372,400. It's a 4-bedroom, 5-bath, 4,290 square feet.
The joke was that for a mere $100,000 more.
Oh, this is actually the story.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not just a joke. It's the whole. That's why we're reporting on this.
Yeah,
So your mortgage
pretty good.
would be
$20,000.
$27,564 per month.
That's all. That's
That's
nothing.
it.
That's nothing. John Wayne could live there. But yeah, for
But now
100
he's dead.
for $100,000 more, you can buy like a virtual version of the house or something. Now, this is like, look, if you want to make money this way, a good way to do it is to build boards. These boards that like I watch Gray still plays and stuff. Those amazing GTA boards that people build simply for sometimes him to play them.
hmm
And this is sort of capitalizing on that, like that. You can get this virtual version of your house.
I guess
but
if you're willing to spend
look like crap to me, honestly.
almost $9.5 million
I've seen
on a
$100
house.
Yeah, I've seen $100 GTA boards that look more like had more to do.
I mean, you've got the kind of money to buy that, you've probably got 100K burning a hole in your wallet. Now, I'm not going to get into all the different things you could spend that 100K on because that's life-changing money to me. But I guess rich people, I have something to share. I heard a study, and I have to check and verify, but it makes sense to me. You know, the saying, money doesn't buy happiness.
but it can rent it for a while. I
Well,
guess.
here's the thing. Money can make you happier up to $75,000 a year. Doesn't apply to California. I think that was like a national average in America, but if you make if you make more than $75,000 a year, it doesn't matter. It's not going to make you happier. That was what I took from it. So you have these
Your take.
$9.5 million homes that somebody obviously can afford. And my guess is these people are just a little bored.
Yeah.
They've done everything. They've done all of the
I saw
sex
Ice-T.
things.
I saw Ice-T doing a commercial for like, I don't know, some like protein thing or something. He's like marching in front of like all these older people. And I just realized, shit, I remembered Ice-T in chains on the cover of Original Gangster. And now he's like,
Was that Ice-T that was in Fridays? The Hi Miss Parker? Or is that Ice Cube?
No. That's Ice Cube.
Okay. Ice Cube
different form of ice.
and Anthony
Altogether.
Anthony Anderson. Yeah, those two looking really young.
So I was checking out this thing, right? Like, so speaking of like a virtual world, right? So I was checking out this thing called Fan Run Football. and it's a thing that you can. So you can have a franchise. The way I understand it is like basically arena football, but you can switch players each week. The fans control the whole thing. You should check it out. It's pretty interesting. Terrell Owens is a part of it. T.O. is caught touchdown, right? And I learned about this because I was looking for an airdrop, and it says they put the load on you. It's like, yep.
So how does it work exactly?
So the each week you can switch up all the players. So they have to like each week they have a brand new team. Basically.
So these are
Unless they put a thing on it to that, like, so T.O. could be a franchise player and they could have him through the whole season.
Mhm.
But each week, if they're not a franchise player, they can switch them up.
So you're creating your own all-stars.
Yeah, it's neat. And these guys that are in their 40s can play with younger guys. I mean, come on, T.O. Jesus Christ. I don't care if he's 50. The man is a beast, right?
Talking right. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm the one who hid in the closet while my parents yelled
people
at
out
the
there
TV.
know what I'm talking about. But apparently the league is also like driving NFTs. So yeah, it's a very interesting concept. Johnny Manziel threw a touchdown to Terrell Owens. And that brings me to the next thing where it was like Tom Brady is about possibly to play with a guy that was born after he started his career.
How old is Tom Brady?
43, I think. 42, 43.
Yeah, I guess that could happen. I mean, if you're drafting right out of college.
Well, here it is. Go ahead. This happened many times.
The first one I thought was Gary Anderson, kicker for the Titans in 2004, and Randy Starks, DT for the Titans, drafted in 2004. Starks played in 14 games that year and started 8, while Anderson handled more than 80% of the kicking responsibilities for the Titans that year, making them teammates for at least a large portion of the season.
Right. Anderson started his career in 1982 and entered several games that year. Starks was born in 1983. So it's happened. I mean, mostly with kickers, but this is like kind of the first time for a quarterback. I just thought that was an interesting thing.
So a quarterback,
I hate Tom Brady.
You were pointing out that a quarterback doesn't
usually last as long.
But I mean, they don't take the beatings that.
Not anymore. Yeah, it's like it's easier to be a quarterback in the league now.
Basically, they throw the ball and then somebody else gets taken down.
I remember an interview with Lawrence Taylor, and he was like, they go, "What's your favorite part of the game?" He goes, "Snot bubbles." And they're like,
yeah.
"What do you mean?" And he goes, "When you hit the quarterback so hard, the snot bubbles coming out of their nose." And I'm like, damn, that's a rough game. You're talking about.
Yeah, we were talking about balance beams and how men don't fare well on them. And I was telling the story of about the time that I came crashing down on a balance beam, straddling it. And on the way down, the only thought going through my head is, thank God I'm not a guy. And yeah, snot probably came out of my nose after that.
So apparently there's like NFTs going on in this league where you win. Like
there's NFTs going on in this Decentraland World.
Apparently the prize is in NFTs.
Are you talking about in the virtual football?
It's not virtual football. They're actually playing it, but
they're playing it in a video.
But the winners get NFTs,
right?
I have not sussed this out completely because I just heard about it this morning. But yeah, they call it the Ape League. So
you are actually playing a video game. It's not like D&D where it's a virtual
of these teams and they
dice rolling. It is. Is it like a virtual dice rolling thing? Because isn't that what that's what fantasy football is, right?
I did not have the time to get into this.
Okay, but am I right? That's kind of what fantasy football is.
It's kind of like fantasy football, yeah. So imagine, but these guys are real players. You got Johnny Manziel, you got Terrell Owens, you got these real players that are playing in this sort of flag football league, if you want to call it that, but it's controlled by the fans, so it's called fan controlled football. So the fans are assigning the players, just like fantasy football.
So how do the players play?
it's crazy. I was thinking about that. I was like, they have to change. So every week you might be playing with the whole new team.
But are they actually playing?
Yeah.
Where are they playing?
In arena football. I'll show you.
But I mean,
I'll have it. I'll put it up.
okay, I'm really confused because are the players all on the same teams?
They switch teams. Like that's
Because how can they all be together at once to play?
okay.
So it's an off-season thing that they're doing.
I think that a lot of these football players are not playing football in the NFL.
Oh.
But these are real football players. Like
Right.
Johnny Manziel is not playing in the NFL, I don't think. They call him Johnny Football. Remember him a few years
Mm-mm.
back?
Nope.
Terrell Owens, he's 48, but he can run he can run the ass over anybody, probably. Let's see. Let's see if I've got it here.
By the way, this is coming up in the next
Yeah. That's
the
where-
next segment.
I'd maybe look up the Quigley shot. But where is it? It's so funny to me.
My hind leg.
I know, I love it. Okay, so this guy did the Quigley shot. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, I was looking for this. There it is, right here. God damn. I should have put it right here. There. See? Not that. And I didn't do that. So it looks like this. Oh, the look on Anna's face. Why is it so hard to find? There. See?
Love the ball as well.
That's what it looks like.
Holding right there. That's okay.
Okay,
Hey,
so it's
listen.
like a little
Mano a mano. Go win that ball.
It's like
Go
the
win
Puppy
that
Bowl.
matchup.
So
don't worry about
they play for this.
my initial. I'm gonna get inside of it. Right. If I don't,
It's gonna get inside. I know I'm gonna airdrop this whole thing.
Okay. Don't go behind him. Yeah.
That's cool. I could watch this.
So if you need me,
So it's fun. They're like they're playing in a
still gonna do the post.
other players, like people that are just playing this for shits and giggles. And it's like, I mean, imagine a flag football league, but where you just change teammates, where they could, like, imagine, okay, we win, so we're going to draft 3 of your guys and give you 3 of ours. It's real fantasy football. It's fun. Why not? Look at T.O., a monster. So anyway, check that out.
Cool.
Hey, Hope Craft CBDs. You should check that out.
Already
Jackie
have.
Tyne and Tammy Tyne are out in Crawford Ranch, Colorado, constantly working on improving the sustainability of their farms. They care about the environment. They care about climate change. And most of all, they care about you.
Hopecraft CBDs is more than 11 years in the making. They make salves, tinctures, and massage oil. And they make delicious candy that in root beer, anise, lemon,
Hey,
orange,
listen.
not
my-
strawberry, but I'm hoping, and
And that's exactly
cinnamon and peppermint. And they really help bring you down when you get too stoned.
This is at the highest point.
At the highest point.
Visit hopext.com. That's HOPEXT.com to get some of your own.
And a promo code SFUJ for up to 30% off. Tell them to make with lube, dog treats,
And the bubble gum.
Not necessarily in that order. All right. What'd you think? That was a good first segment.
Yeah. Yeah. Full. Time for me to destroy something
love the
beautiful.
ball
We're
as
going to end
well.
on that note.
No.
A lot of holding right there. That's okay. Hey, listen.
I wouldn't mind
Mano,
destroying
go win
something.
that ball. Go win that
Let's
matchup.
break something. In the-
Smash some plates.
hilarious to me. We'll be back in a moment. I am the J Tyler.
I am your Miss Parker.
This
Is nothing yet live.